guys, what's up? We're going to talk about first timers at FinCon. My name is Bethany Bayless, and I'm here with Nick True, who's the FinCon social media manager and the first timers liaison, which is a really fun way of saying he's super awesome.
Yeah, it's a fun way of saying if you show up to the conference and you look around and have no idea what you're doing, come find me.
Just look for the beard.
That's right.
Look for the beard.
That's
You
right.
will find it. He's going to be smiling out there, helping with all of your questions. And we're going to go through just a few of them today. But if you have more questions, feel free to reach out in the comments. Also, this is not just for first timers, though it is. But our veterans of FinCon, if you are watching this Facebook Live, please comment, because we need your input.
Yes. So we're going to get into all things first timers. We're about to jump in. But if you are a veteran and you listening and you're going, whoa, they totally missed this thing, please leave that in the comments down below. We know there's a lot going on, and we'd love any input that you have.
Absolutely. And I love different perspectives because everyone's FinCon is different. And so we would love to see that. So first things first, I feel like I'm dressing a little casual today. I got my Cubs hat on representing. What is the dress code like at FinCon for people wanting to know?
It's really funny. A lot of people, if you're like me, type A, got to plan everything out. I was literally looking for what's the dress code? What's the dress code? When I first came, and every year we get those questions from those people, and I feel you. I understand. And so here's the good news. The dress code at FinCon is super whatever fits for you and your brand. We're going to have people there that are going to be in full-blown, let's call it traditional financial advisor suits. They're going to be the whole thing, the decked out business style, and that's their thing. That's their brand. That's what they push, and that's their thing. We're going to have people there that are going to be Doug Norman in a Hawaiian shirt and flip flops. We're gonna have the whole gamut. I'm gonna be there probably in t-shirts most of the time. I'll probably have a flat bill hat on a lot of the time. It is super whatever you feel comfortable in and feel good in. There's nothing whatever. I will say on that note, when it comes to feeling comfortable, do plan on having some really good shoes because the resort is big. You're going to be on your feet a lot. You're going to be walking around a lot. You're going to want some comfortable shoes. Otherwise, you're going to really get mad at yourself a couple days in.
Oh my goodness. I have so many stories and blisters to share with everyone, but comfortable shoes are big. And something for me, this is something I do everywhere I go. I'm from California, so it gets really cold in the morning and maybe really hot in the afternoon. We're going to be in a conference center, and it could be very cold for your liking. So I will always bring around a light jacket, a sweater, something that I can just tote in case I do get cold, because you never know what the temperatures are going to be like in the conference room.
Exactly. And we had a lot of folks show up to Dallas last year, me included, that did not bring jackets or hoodies or anything because it was Dallas, Texas, and we really regretted that decision. So even though it's in Orlando, pack a jacket, you'll thank yourself.
And meet the people who have, if you're shaking hands and you have really cold hands, meet the people who have warm hands and just hold on a little longer if you need that heat.
Yeah.
That happened to me and a certain person last year. I will not know names, but
That's
I was like, oh my gosh, your hands are so warm. Can I just hold them?
That's
not
awesome.
awkward.
That's awesome.
So next up, we want to talk about things to bring that you might not think about ahead of time.
You are going to be talking a ton. I lost my voice by the second day last year, and I couldn't have gotten through it without the cough drops. We have lots of people that do that, so please bring those. Also, bring some extra, or not bring, I guess, it would be leave room in your bags for some extra swag. There's going to be a ton of vendors there. They're going to have free stuff, free t-shirts, all kinds of things that they're going to want to send you home with. So plan to leave just at least a little bit of extra room in those bags. As far as going back to the shoes, make sure you bring athletic shoes if you think that you're going to do anything like that. I know we're going to have some people playing basketball. We're going to have some people playing golf. We're going to have at least one, I know, runners meetup, and at least one, I think, workout meetup for people who want to get a sweat on while they're there. So bring your workout shoes, bring your athletic shoes if you plan on doing any of that. Also a swimsuit. We're in Orlando. There's lots of pools.
There you go.
So people will probably be taking a dip. So yeah, just think about all those things that it sounds weird. Like, I'm going to a financial conference. Do I need a swimsuit? Maybe. There's going to be a pool. So bring that. Bethany, what about you? Is there anything that you thought of that you haven't brought before that you've gotten there and realized oh, wow, I really wish I would have had this?
There's so many things, because I feel like this is my case anywhere I go. Great news is that you can always buy I always remind myself, okay, if I forget it, I can buy it there. But if you don't want to spend those prices, so some things that I have done, I really enjoy bringing like things to help my immune system.
Yep.
So FinCon slump, we said this before, I will say it again, is a thing.
Yep.
It is completely a thing. So I make sure I bring my water bottle to fill up on lots of water. Always have my water bottle with me. Also, I really enjoy Airborne, Emergent C, Emergent Z, anything like that, just to keep even if I'm not feeling sick yet, just keep my immune system up and running is really, really important. And something that we talked about swag, this is what I do. So I travel with an R2-D2 suitcase everywhere I go. It is R2-D2. He's amazing. He's my best friend. Super easy to spot in airports. And he has a little expander on him. So when I pack, I do not unzip the expander. So that makes sure that I have that room. And it's a really good rule of, I know, I do this a lot. It's so much fun. But FinCon is my favorite. And I have that room to expand for when I'm putting stuff in there for later. And then something else that is super important. I have a friend that I invited to FinCon this year, and I told her 2 months ago, get your business cards.
Yes. Yep.
Get your business cards.
Yep.
Bring them because it's huge. And I ran out of business cards last year.
Yeah. It's so easy. And it's one of those things that, again, you don't necessarily think about. I especially want to encourage you, like you should absolutely get your business cards for a lot of reasons. You definitely need your business cards if you plan on trying to land any freelance opportunities or working with brands specifically. A lot of the ways that I was able to go to FinCon a couple of years ago and start building up my freelance basis was through finding brands there and then, giving them a business card and following up. So definitely don't skimp on that.
For sure. And I also, on the other side of things, I like to bring a little, either whether it be a pack or a bag or something, to put my FinCon business cards in that I have received from people.
There you go.
Because at the end, I'll have a stack. And your post-FinCon week, just go through those, say, all right, these are what we talked about. This is how I remember this person. I'd really love to connect with them. And that's a great way to follow up. So make sure you have a place to put your FinCon cards, or else they're going to be everywhere. And you might not even find them again. Who knows? And you're going to move that person. Why?
And on that note, Bethany, that just reminded me, here's a little pro networking tip, little tidbit for you. I walk around and I keep a little bitty memorandum. You can get them on Amazon. There's a little green notebook. I keep them, they're pocket size. I keep one in my back pocket and I keep a pen on me. And whenever I leave a conversation with somebody that I want to make sure that I follow up with and make sure that I take time to meet afterwards, as I will walk away, I'll typically go to the bathroom. It's a good time to use that excuse. Go to the bathroom and then I'll write down their name and a couple of notes from the conversation that I can help remember what we talked about so that when I reach out afterwards, I can bring that back up and remember what we actually did. So that's another thing. If that appeals to you, then bring you a little notepad to walk around with.
That's amazing. I have a notepad for that. I'm going to do that.
There you go.
Nick True. Awesome beard.
Makes it easy.
Awesome. Well, that's wonderful. And guys, if you're watching this Facebook Live, please, 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 if there's something that you missed at FinCon that we didn't mention here that you're like, oh my goodness, this is an amazing thing, please leave it in the comments. This is super good information for people who are watching this, who haven't attended FinCon, don't really know what to expect, and they want to know, they want to be prepared for when they go to FinCon. Please, please, please leave those in the comments.
Yep, exactly. So
awesome. All right, next up, we have something very cool that I have already started using is on our phones, the FinCon app. That's very important. And please tell us why.
Yeah, so the FinCon app, like if you've ever been to any conference, one this size, you realize there's a lot going on. And so the best way to get the schedule is not to go to the browser, fincon.com/expo/schedule. The best way is to download the app. We've got the entire schedule in there. You can star all the sessions. So you can look and see any time that Nick is speaking, and you can be like, oh, I'm starring that session for sure. No, but you go through the schedule. You can look at all the sessions that you want to go to. You can star them, and it will send you a reminder of the location in the hotel, where it's going to be held, and the time that it's going to happen. Also, if you're looking for the attendee list, if you want to see who else is going to be there, we've got all of that in the app. And so because of the way our community works, we do have some people in the community who want to be anonymous because of their job situation or whatever they have going on. And so we don't publish the full-blown attendee list online on the website, but it is in the app. So if you're looking to network, if you're looking to see who might be in your niche, who might be doing similar things that you want to connect with, the app is going to be the place that you want to grab that. And it's really easy. Just go to the App Store on your iPhone or your Android phone and type in FinCon, and you'll find it.
There it is. And the really thing I love about this is there's a lot going on at FinCon. There are so many different sessions that are going on at the same time, and there's different tracks this year.
Yep.
So if you're somebody who's a podcaster and wants to go into video, but you're not able to attend both those sessions at the same time, I just have to give a shout out to one of my favorite features, which is the virtual pass that FinCon provides. Yep. So I have the peace of mind. If I'm hanging out with someone, if I'm making a really great connection, I go, oh no, I really want to be at the session in 5 minutes, but I don't want to end this conversation. I have the peace of mind knowing I will be able to see that later. I already have it starred. I already know that that's a session I wanted to see, and I have my virtual pass. For sure, a great investment for anybody who just wants that peace of mind and who also wants to keep learning even after FinCon.
Yep. And that's what a lot of the first timers don't necessarily think about or understand, which is in years past, we haven't always been able to record all these sessions or have them available. And so it would be a problem if you were going to miss it. And then even when we did record them, we weren't using, we weren't able to pay for or use the best possible technology. And so you wouldn't always have the slides, or there'd be things going on in the room that would be out of context trying to rewatch it. Nowadays, we do really high production. It's all HD. The PowerPoint slide is right there next to the video. You get everything that you need just as if you were there in the session. And so upgrading to that virtual pass is basically a no-brainer because it does give you that peace of mind when you're there on site.
Most definitely. And the cool thing is that, I mean, because there's so much, this lasts for a really long time.
Yeah.
Right? How long does it last that you can have this virtual pass?
Oh, you get it. You get it. Like it's there.
For the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life. You can get through this information.
So maybe you're not a podcaster right now, but maybe that's something in the future you want to look into.
Yep.
You know that, oh man, I can go back and watch that FinCon session from 2 years ago about podcasting, or, you know, something that you just want to keep learning and this will be available forever.
Yep.
Like a golden ticket to Willy Wonka.
Oh, totally. Yeah, Bethany, one of the things that I'm going to talk about in the first timers orientation is how you need to come to FinCon with a very specific goal in mind. And you need to have some goals for what you want to get out. What needs to happen when you fly home on Sunday? What do you want to look back and go like, that was worth it, and here's what I got out. Here's what I'm taking home. And so what that means is sometimes that means you need to narrow your focus while you're at the event a little bit with the sessions to figure out how to maneuver them, which does mean that if you are a podcaster and you're really trying to blow that up, that means you might have to step away from maybe some of the YouTube sessions. And that is where the virtual pass comes in, is you've always got it down the road. So yeah, totally right.
And there's also other technology that people can use to, I mean, if you have a niche, you have something, and you have people you want to connect with.
Yep.
And, you know, FinCon's a big place.
Yep.
We're not going to be able to talk to all 2,000 people that are going to be there because, one, you don't have enough words or enough time in the day.
You don't have enough cough drops either.
None of those things you have enough of. But there's another way to connect with some people in those niches, and that's the Slack app. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so if you haven't used Slack before, it's really, really easy. And we'll leave a link in the description of this Facebook Live here. It's just our Slack channel. But basically, once you get in there, you'll have it easily divided up into all the different channels. So if you're into podcasting, if you're into video, if you're into talking to Gen Z or Gen Y or retirement or Social Security, whatever the niche or the niches are that you're involved in, you can easily add yourself there, and you can find other people at FinCon who are doing those kind of things that you either maybe want to collaborate with or just bounce ideas off of and become friends with. So that's a way, we set that up last year for the first time, and it worked really well for people being able to easily kind of connect. So
completely. And it's a great way. I get a little shy when it comes to online, making friends online. And so I just want to shout out, this is an excellent place to do that. You will not be weird or awkward if you contact someone through here. You have our permission to do it. And I'm giving myself permission too. I'm going to go make some friends today on that Slack app, which will be in the comments as well. Awesome. All right, moving right along. There are some things happening at FinCon that we want to highlight. So let's just walk through some of the scheduling highlights that we have for FinCon first timers.
Yeah, so one of the first things you need to recognize is that the event is going to kick off midday on Wednesday. And so ideally, unless you've got something else going on, ideally you can go and get there Wednesday morning and then come get checked in midday. And then we're going to kick off with a first timers orientation and then also a few other in-depth workshops at 3 o'clock. And so that's going to be my session. If you are a first timer, I would encourage you to get to that session unless there's a workshop that you really need to get to at that same time. then it'll be okay because we're going to hold that first timer session again on Thursday morning. So if you're totally new, you can do that. The other thing I want to point out on Wednesday specifically is that we are going to have a keynote Wednesday night. And then we're also going to have a welcome reception and party Wednesday night as well. So in years past, people have showed up not until Wednesday night, and then they really don't get involved until Thursday morning. I would really encourage you to try and get there Wednesday if at all possible.
And I'm super excited about Wednesday because that's when I'm up there too.
Oh, yeah.
So if you guys want to make friends with me and the really cool, awesome keynotes that we're going to be seeing, that is a must go to for Wednesday. So I'm even coming in earlier than that because I want to make sure I'm in place, all rested, ready to go, drinking my water, drinking my Airborne, and getting that all good to go. And the first timer session, am I allowed to go to that even though I'm a newbie? I'm not a newbie?
Yeah, no, we're actually, I'm going to be reaching out and encouraging a handful of veterans to show up as well, because one of the things we're going to do is we're going to have some of the first timers working with each other to figure out why they're there. And then we're also going to be working a little bit to help them craft, let's say, their elevator pitch. I kind of hate that word, but that's what we're going to work through. So I love when veterans can be there and give perspective at the tables for what they can do and answer questions. So yeah, big fan. Anytime, any veteran who wants to come, please come.
I want to be there, and I'm bringing my first timer friends with me, and that's such a great way to really get the best foundation before you start FinCon. Because a lot of people don't have those, we'll call them pitches, but they're just, who are you? What do you do? Why are you here? Is so good to know, not only for yourself, but to communicate that to people when you have those moments of, well, who are you? What do you do? And being able to see, all right, this might be a good way to share what exactly I do. And if you don't know what that is, you're going to have a hard time connecting with people that way. So it's an excellent workshop for first timers, especially. We're doing something different this year, though, that we haven't done before, and that is the FinCon Central.
Yes.
FinCon Central, how is that different?
Yeah, so in years past, we've had what we've called the Expo Hall, which is similar to what we're doing this year, but we've packed in a lot more stuff into the FinCon Central. So what we've done is we've opened it all up, and we're going to have a stage there. We're going to have a couple of solution centers on the ends. We're going to have free headshots going on if you want to get your headshot game on for your website. We're going to have video booths and podcast booths set up. And then we're going to have all of the brands that are coming and involved with the conference will be there as well for you to network and figure out how maybe it makes sense for you to get involved with them and work with them on your business. So we've got a lot going on in the FinCon Central area. That is going to be the hub of the event, both Thursday and Friday. And so that's going to be where you're going to want to be to network with other attendees, network with brands, and just really get involved and see what all is going on. And Bethany is going to be up and down all over the FinCon Central, emceeing and letting us know what's going on.
We're going to be doing a lot of stuff live from the FinCon Central. So beware if you see me running around. Either you want to meet up with me or you don't. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who's with me and what you're going to be doing. But FinCon Central, and one of the things I love about FinCon Central and meeting with those brands is one year I saw a friend of mine who was looking for affiliate partnerships and just went from booth to booth to booth and connected with brands, talked to them about possibly partnering with each other. And I had never seen that before. And it was a revelation to me of, oh my goodness, what an amazing way to make connections. What an amazing way to make relationships, just going booth to booth to booth. And you guys have set aside a whole day for that. And it'll be an incredible, not only do you get free things, AKA cookies. Cookies is my favorite this year. I'm going to be doing a cookie review. I'm going to compare all of the cookies, and there will be a winner. And they might win a cookie. Oh, it's going to be so fun. So make sure you're checking out all those booths, and that'll be all day Thursday. And then Friday, we have something at 8 o'clock that people can go to.
So one thing, I'll jump back just quickly. One thing I do want to mention is that if you are a freelancer, one thing that's happening Thursday is the freelancer marketplace. A lot of first timers miss this, or they glance over it because they don't know exactly what's going on here. This is going back to what Bethany said. She just talked about how you can get FinCon to pay for itself, right? Going booth to booth, building relationships that could be an affiliate later on. If you're coming to FinCon, there's going to be ways for you to get it to pay for itself. The freelancer marketplace is another great way to do that. So what we do is we've partnered up with brands who need to hire freelancers. Maybe they need writers, maybe they need editors, maybe they need somebody to help with their podcast or their social media or their website. We've got all kinds of things. And it's simply just a room. They've got a booth set up. They're going to have a table. And on it, they're going to say, here's what they're looking for. So then you can walk up, business cards in hand, ready to go. And you can start networking with specific people who need whatever skill set you offer. I've been able to walk away with multiple clients after the Freelancer Marketplace in years past. And so definitely do not miss out on that if you plan on being a freelancer and trying to get some work.
And so excited. I can't believe I missed that because that's one of the things I have starred. I am going to that because it's an amazing way to connect with people who it's like a puzzle piece. They're looking for someone, you're looking for someone, and it's like speed dating, but for brands and influencers. And so, but also on Thursday night, I also skipped over this, I apologize, but at 7 p.m. on Thursday night, we have a big event going on with those awesome people over at Ignite FinCon are going to be having an event on Thursday night.
Yep. So Ignite FinCon,
which will be awesome.
Ignite FinCon, just real quickly, is let's call it a speed PowerPoint presentation slideshow, awesome talks. So Eric has kindly put that together for us again this year. We're going to have some great talks going on there. It's fun. It's laid back. You'll have a drink. You'll enjoy the night. So don't miss that out on Thursday. All right. So Friday, we've got talks that kick off first thing Friday morning at 8 a.m. And then we're going to have another full day of FinCon Central. And again, this is not going to be a day for you to, run off to Disney or go do something else. This is going to be a day for you to really dig in your heels and get involved with what's happening in the FinCon Central area. We'll have talks going on throughout the day. Bethany's going to be running around like a crazy person doing all kinds of stuff. We're going to have, and then everybody's going to be in there networking, hanging out, having a good time. And then Friday night, we've got what led to Bethany doing this year. Last year, Bethany emceed the Plutus Awards, and that led to this year her being like, you know what? Let's just get you to MC this whole daggum conference. And so, do you want to mention what the Plutus Awards is about?
Yes, please. So the 9th annual Plutus Awards is coming up on Friday night. And yes, that was my break into the FinCon universe, if you will. And it's such a fun night. We're just honoring the people in the FinCon community, but also the financial community in general who are out there podcasting, blogging, speaking, doing really great things for our community. And we're just awarding them with awards that are voted on by their peers. They're voted on by people in the community, see all these really great things happening. And I have to tell you, I can't give you any spoilers, but it is going to be so much fun this year. We have some new things going on, some free things that you might be able to win, and it's going to be fun. Not to set your expectations too high, but it's going to be very different and fun this year, and we're super excited. And I will be emceeing that once again.
All right.
Yeah, that's fun. It's cool. Whatever. You can go or not go. Yeah, it's so fun, so much fun. So that will be on Friday night this year. It's normally at the very end on Saturday, but we're changing it up. Friday night we're gonna party and have some fun there at celebrating our peers and what they've been doing in our community.
Totally.
So it'll be so much fun. And then don't party too hard, because on Saturday morning at 9 a.m., we're waking up early for more talks.
Yes. So Saturday, FinCon Central will be finishing up Friday, and then we'll go into Plutus. And then Saturday, we're not going to have the Central. It's just going to be straight education, content, working on your business all day long. We're going to have talks back to back to back. We've got quite a few tracks spread all across, and then that's what so this is where that app really comes in handy, because you're really going to want to dive in on Saturday and figure out what talks are going to make the most sense for you to hit up this year. Another thing on Saturday, speaking of working on your business, is you want to make sure that you make it to the mentoring, the one-on-one mentoring. So one of the things we do is we have almost all of our speakers and a few other FinCon veterans who have volunteered to do mentoring with people who need it. So if you're a first-timer, you definitely need to this is free. This is just included in the event because our community is so awesome and nice. So basically, you're going to sign up. We're going to have a link for that coming out to you probably via email in a couple of weeks as we get there. But if you do miss that, you can show up. And essentially, we just pair you with somebody who is a few steps ahead of you in business, and you get to pick their brain and talk to them for an hour, hour and a half, and have lunch with them. And so you do not want to miss out on that, especially if you're kind of new to the whole blogging online business world. And
this is gold. This is so important. I can't even tell you. You have people in this space who are very well established, who have been there, done that, and have made mistakes and learned from them and can give you a heads up on what to do as you're starting out. Last year, I got paired with Nick Loper from the Side Hustle Show. And I was like, well, I wasn't talking. I was just like, yeah. So this is a really incredible opportunity to connect with those people. And hopefully Nick still, maybe, we'll see. Maybe we're still friends, but it's a really great way to connect with people already in the space that you look up to, that you would love to meet. Yep. And here you go. This is your opportunity. Ask their questions, pick their brains, and you don't have to ask permission because they're offering it to you for free.
Totally.
And where else can you get that?
Yeah, you're not going to. That's what makes this community so awesome and such a good group of folks. And then the next thing is we're going to have a keynote. Again, Bethany's still going to be there up on stage doing her thing, emceeing, and we're going to have our closing keynote, and then we're going to have our closing party. Please do me a favor. If you've booked a plane flight for Saturday night, do everything within your power to get that rearranged and leave Sunday. You do not want to miss out on Saturday night. It's the last hurrah. We're all going to be there. We're all going to be hanging out. Everybody who is a FinConer and has come before knows that you don't leave on Saturday. You stick around, you hang out, you have a good time Saturday night.
Oh my goodness. I've seen that so many times in the FinCon group. When should I leave? When should I leave? Yeah. Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon if you really want to party the night before. Sunday. Just having fun. Sunday afternoon after you partied Saturday night. Yep. And just had a great time connecting. And, connections happen to the very last second that you are there. I sat on an airplane ride from Dallas last year to California, and I sat next to Eric Rosenberg. There you go. True story. Making connections even till the very last minute till you get home. Yep. So those are all amazing things we have. All these things are available to you in a blog post that we're posting in the comments. And again, veterans, please let us know, what are your thoughts when it comes to FinCon? What are you wishing that you had done, or you think you've done that has really worked for you? And just the last few minute things, we already talked about the virtual pass, that's something that is so worth it. It's worth every penny when it comes to just being able to make those relationships, to not worry about being in two places at once, because guess what? You can't. That cannot be just want to let you know, even in this day and age, really, really hard to do. So if you want that peace of mind, virtual pass, there's tons of sessions, way too much to get into. So much. There are sessions happening every single day of FinCon. And so if you just want to chill, if you just want to take a break or take a nap, you have that peace of mind knowing you have the virtual pass, and everything, all these links and everything will be in the comments below. Yep,
that's right. So can't wait to see you guys there.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nick, and we will see you next week.